Now, many museums are open with social distancing rules in place, and the Muskegon Museum of Art is no different, except it is different. Their glass and treasures from the permanent collection exhibit is unlike anything you've seen before. Joining us this morning is Executive Director Kirk Hallman with more. Good morning, Kirk.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. This glass and permanent collection, now this show encompasses, what, over 100 years of your history?
I think you were asking about the permanent collection show. We're doing something a little different this summer. We're we usually have a traveling exhibition or organized larger exhibition. And this summer we decided to turn the entire museum over to a permanent collection, which we've been working on since 1910, a couple years before we even opened. But one of the elements of that is we have a major contemporary glass collection, and we put the whole thing out in our big Walker gallery with special lighting and immersive sound. So it's a real total immersive experience for the visitor.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about next, that sound, the setting, the lighting, this immersive experience. Can you give us maybe one or two examples of what that means?
Yeah, you walk into the gallery. Usually, art galleries are well lit and bright and stuff. The collection goes back all the way to the 1920s and Tiffany lamps, so to real colorful contemporary pieces. So when you walk in, you kind of enter through a kiln fire hole. The whole gallery is completely dark except for the glass, which that's where the light comes from. And there's kind of a sonic wash going through. So it's kind of a unearthly experience, and so far it was a little bit of an experiment, but everyone is pretty thrilled with it. It's kind of a hit.
That sounds really neat, the way you've painted that picture in my head, a darkened museum with just those glass exhibits being lit or lighted. Very, very cool. Now, you're a collecting museum. How long have you been collecting items that aren't always on display?
The problem is we're a fairly small museum. We don't have a whole lot of galleries, even though we've been around since 1912. We've been collecting, active collecting museum the whole time. There's about 5,000 pieces in the gallery, and because we do such a heavy rotating schedule of temporary shows, maybe 15 to 20 in a year, we can only show about 125 pieces, and it's a world-renowned collection. The paintings are going around the world constantly, being borrowed by other museums. It's a very high caliber collection, so it's nice for a change to get a large chunk of it out.
Let's talk about COVID-19 protections and precautions. I'm sure some watching right now want to come see this, but want to make sure it's done safely.
Yeah, we've been way back starting in April when all this was going on. We started planning to open as safely as possible, and we've been open for a couple of months now. All safety precautions are in place. We have occupancy limits in the gallery, of course, distancing, plexiglass. We swapped out all our faucets for touchless. So we're doing as much as we can to make the experience as safe as possible. Of course, we have high ceilings, a lot of good HVAC, but we do have occupancy limits on each gallery. So if you go in one gallery, it's full, well, you can, there's plenty of other options.
And I see that you're open, what, 11 to 4, Tuesdays through Sundays, but Thursdays are pretty,
Thursdays
are
through
special
Sundays,
day, right?
11 to 4, a little abbreviated hours for now.
And Thursdays, a pretty big day?
Sorry?
And Thursdays is a pretty big day for those who are looking for a deal,
Thursday,
right?
yeah, courtesy the Meyer Foundation, it is all day free, admissions free on Thursday.
There you go. Can't beat that word. Free exhibits waiting for you on Thursdays at the Muskegon Museum of Art. Thank you so much for the time this morning. Cannot wait. Sounds very exciting to go see those glass and other treasures from their collection. You want more information? MuskegonArtMuseum.org. Thanks again for joining us.